Priyanka, looking at the trailers of your new film, there is no doubt that you're doing an amazing job putting across Mary Com's struggle on screen.
Right.
But I want to bring up what Nasiruddin Shah said about Bhag Milka Bhag. He said Farhan Akhtar is sincere in the film, but he doesn't look like Milka Singh. Isn't it crucial, especially when one's making a biopic, that the actor look like the character he or she is playing, whether that requires makeup or prosthetics or special effects to achieve that?
Absolutely. And we tried the special effects. As an actor, when I was approached with a film called Mary Com on her life, playing a boxer,
Right.
a female athlete. No one's ever done it in the history of Indian cinema on a female athlete. There's never been a film that's been made.
Okay.
I was like, okay, yes, this I'm doing. Now let's figure out how.
Right.
I think they were trying to cast a Northeastern actor in the film first. But then the budget of the film became really small.
Okay.
I mean, business-wise. That's what I was told by producers. So that's when they decided to cast a commercial actor who can pull a film and make the budget bigger.
Right.
We tried prosthetics. We tried VFX. We made my eyes a little slanted, but it looked too gimmicky. Which is when Sanjay sir decided that he just wanted to go with carrying the essence of the film, which is why we're putting a disclaimer in the film when we start saying that this is a film inspired by her life.
But it's called Mary Com.
It is called Mary Com, and she gave her blessings to it.
Right.
I do think I should have looked like that, but Mary actually had a really great point, which I would like to believe. She said, as long as I was from Manipur, nobody believed I was Indian. As soon as Priyanka Chopra played me, everybody believes Manipur is from India. So to me, she said it on a press conference, and I was like, "Ye use karna chahiye." Why didn't I think of that?
Sure.
And she really sincerely said, "Please don't politicize this. This is my life, my struggle. Don't make it regional."
Were you at all intimidated when it came to you?
Yeah. One, because I don't look like her.
Sure.
I was intimidated about that. I was like, God, how are people going to take it? Which is why, since my face looked nothing like her, I decided to make my body like her. I
Right.
was like, let's go for it. I have to look like a boxer. And I train really, really hard.
I was going to ask you, the preparation for this part, the most obvious preparation, of course, was the physical training.
Yeah.
Did
Learning the boxing.
And learning the boxing. Did that interfere with the other films you were making at the time?
Yeah, and all my directors were very unhappy about it. But like in Ram Leela, I said, Sanjay sir, it's your own production.
Right.
How can you say, you can't come to the set looking like a man? I said, आप ही की film है, आप ही के लिए काम कर रही हूँ मैं. And he's yelling at me only. So then he decided to give me full sleeves. In Gunde, my entire climax bit where I'm a cop,
Right.
I had to wear full sleeves. Then I finished Mary Com. 20 days later, I was starting Zoya's film.
Right.
And she said so clearly to me, she said, you cannot come to my set like this. First day when I landed on our ship, she came to check out my arms, and I had gone on a crash diet. I really tried to lose weight. Because for the film, I'd bulked up a lot.
Right.
I'd become really like big. So yeah, for the first few weeks of the film, we had to figure it out with clothes where we don't show my shoulders and my arms especially.
Did you get beat up a lot while making this movie?
I really did. All our opponents, like everybody who was competing with me, were real boxers.
And her real coach trained you,
Her
apparently.
real coaches, her team of coaches.
Okay.
They kept taking turns, and they kept, because she's a left-hander,
Okay.
she's a southpaw, I'm a right-hander. So I had to do everything ulta. But the problem was that when you have real boxers, they don't know how to fake fights.
Sure.
They don't know how to fake punches.
So they're landing real punches.
And it hurt. It really did. And you know, sometimes poor things. The fight guys would come and tell them, just miss it a little bit.
Right.
So when they would miss it, their expressions would be. So Umang was like, "Cut! No, you need to look like you're hitting her." So they used to get really confused. So
Sure.
finally, I said, "You know what? Just land it. Just do it. It's okay. I signed up for this movie." And I got a lot of times I got hurt.
Priyanka, over the last year or so, you've divided your time between the US and India, shaping a music career there while pursuing your acting, your very successful acting career here. Have there been times when you felt like you've bitten off more than you can chew?
Yeah. Yeah. When I'm really tired and when I'm crabby and irritated, and my poor team gets the brunt of it, when I've slept like 4 hours and I come in the morning without my coffee and I'll scream at everyone. Yeah, sometimes I do think so, but it's not ambition. I don't consider myself a singer. I don't consider myself an actor. I consider myself an achiever.
Okay.
You give me anything. You'll tell me to paint the walls of this studio. I'll do the best damn painting job you've ever seen.
Okay.
That's how I've always been. I didn't know I was going to be an actress.
Right.
I didn't know I was going to be a musician. But now, whatever opportunities I get, I try and turn them to and let's see what will happen.
Sure.
I do the hard work is something I know I can damn well do.
Okay.
So I do that. Uske baad, ho gaya, great. Nahi hua, alright, I'll try something else. but I want to expand myself as an entertainer, as a performer, whether that's music, whether that's TV, whether that's films, whether that's production, anything.
Right. You're currently filming Zoya Akhtar's film Dil Dhadakne Do. This has been termed a dramedy of sorts. It's with this huge ensemble cast, and they've described it as a sort of a Wes Anderson-esque kind of movie.
Sort of, yeah.
You shot on a cruise ship for many weeks. I have to ask you, what's it like working with Zoya, who's a filmmaker who makes commercial, entertaining films that don't require you, thankfully, to leave your brain behind at home? And with this large ensemble cast, what's the experience been like so far?
Well, first and foremost, I didn't know Zoya at all. I mean, socially at parties and stuff. And I'd worked with her brother on 2 films.
Correct.
But Zoya was just somebody I didn't know, except like at a party or a friend's house. So I was a little, I didn't know. And for my first female director, I've never been directed by a female.
Okay.
So I was a little like, I don't know how it'll be, you know, 2 girls, how will it be?
Right.
But I have such incredible respect for her. I want to grow up and be Zoya Akhtar.
Okay.
You know, like how she's someone who knows her mind and is not afraid to speak it. Which again doesn't mean being a bra-burning feminist.
Sure.
Which means having an opinion and sticking with it.
Right.
Not changing it when somebody else is saying something. And Dil Dhadakne Do is going to be a film which will raise so many questions with so much entertainment that you're going to go back and say, wait a minute, what was that? Yeah, why do we do that, yeah?
Right.
On Indian cultures, on Indian society norms.
Correct.
And
because it's about a dysfunctional family.
It's about a dysfunctional family. And all the things that happen to people, like it happens to my family.
Right.
It'll happen to your family.
Sure.
Things that
so you can relate to.
Yeah, you'll turn around and say, Arey yaar, maine to ye socha hi nahi.
Right.
Why do we do this?
And what was it like working with this terrific cast?
We have 25 incredible actors on this film who are all crazy. Besides the 6 of us, we have like Zainab, Raul Bose, we have so many new actors, Divya Seth, we have like really amazing people.
Right.
And they all come together in this madcap dramedy. And imagine being stuck on not stuck because it was incredible to wake up every morning and see the Mediterranean go by.
Sure.
Anybody would want a job like that.
Indeed.
I'm lucky. But 2.5 months of having only each other.
Right.
They drove each other crazy, hated it, like saying, oh God, we are stuck on this boat and whatever. As soon as it got done, we're shooting in Mehboob, everybody drops in. Withdrawal symptoms, we miss you, khana le aao. So it really became like a family.
Okay.
We hung out every night after pack up.
You're in the process of setting up your production label.
Yeah.
Why did you want to produce?
I realized I wanted to make good films.
Right.
Not that I know what good films are, but I want to make small films which promote new artists, not just actors, but writers, musicians. I'm someone who came from a really small town and I got the opportunity, but very few people do because you've got to know someone to know someone to know someone. So I want to have a production
house. And you were Miss
house.
World.
Yeah, and that helped.
Right.
But there's so much talent that we have and I meet people all the time, designers.
Right.
I meet kids all the time. My family, there's so many people, but there's like lack of opportunity because you've got to know somebody needs to recommend you. So I wanted to create that.
Okay.
It ended up becoming me doing a film which stars me, but maybe that
which is Madhur Bhandarkar's film.
Yes, which is Madhur's film, which maybe will give me a setup for a production house.
Sure.
I mean, I'll be a very small producer making small films, but maybe doing that film will give me like a foothold to start.
Well, all the best. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.